Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. This is our Java Level 4 class. Last week, we learned using files to copy documents. It's a new package called java.nio. It's different from java.io. It's a new IO, okay? So there's a new package, and then there are classes for us to handle files. You do not have the copy method if you use the file class, but you do have it when you use the files class. So that's why I give you the homework. Both Ryan and Eddie, you both are doing good on that. So that's very good. I'm not sure why we're still missing like Alex. I think Alex probably is in a vacation right now, but ED is not here. Anyway, so let's just move on. Let me share my screen. So this just to help us to review what we learned. What class do you use to handle files in bytes, characters, and text? Think about that. There's no wrong or right or wrong answers, okay? I give you a list, and when you handle text, you can use a buffered read, right? Buffered read, buffered write. And you use bytes. Then you use streaming, okay? Output stream read and input stream read. That handle bytes. Characters. Scan can handle characters. And the file read, file write handle characters, okay? What class can provide you a way to copy a file? I just mentioned it is a files. And what is the method for it? It's just copy. How do you filter files when you use a file chooser? So I can ask you guys this one to see if you still remember. Aaron, how do you filter the files? Sorry about that. I cannot get what you said. I think your microphone has a static noise. So can you try again?
I think you could.
No, that's not working. Okay, let me ask Eddie.
So you create you create a filter and define what the filter is, and then you take um uh the object or the file or whatever you're just using it for, and then doing it to and then you set a file. You do the dot set file filter, and then you basically in the parentheses you put the variable name of the filter you created inside.
Exactly. Good. Okay. Now think about this. You do not have to do it, but you really want, I want you guys to do it. Give the tested log file. Okay. So I give you this file here in the shared drive. And if you scroll down, let me see. Let me see if I can find it here. Test doc. Okay, if you go to this place, can you download this file? And last week you should have a code. I think it's a week before last week. You should have a code to read a file. Can you guys read this file and print out what we have in this file? So what we have here is a test dog. It's just a Java test, 2 words in it. Can you guys use the skills we learned so far to read this file and print the text out? Can you guys try it? I think for us, we do have the method, say, so maybe in this one. Let me just see if we still have that. Read from file. If you don't have it, let me give you this method again. See if you can read that file. And I want you guys to try it for 5 minutes. And then give me your answer. Use this method and then try to read the file. Let's see if you can read it. You need to read the tested.docx file. Try that. Okay, you guys still do that. Let me help ED. So ED, can you share your screen to me why you cannot do input?
My Eclipse is still opening.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me ask you guys. So does it work for you, Ryan? Can you read that tested.docx file?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, I will give you guys 2 more minutes. Okay, Ryan, do you get that? Are you still working on it or you finished?
I finished.
So can you share your screen? Let me see what you got. Okay, so very good, Ryan. Thank you so much. So you see, obviously, you cannot read the text out from the EOCX file, Microsoft Word file. So what we learned so far does not help us. Okay. ED, do you want to share your screen to me? Let me see what problem you run into when you launch Eclipse. Okay, looks like you have a lot of Java problem there. Okay, can you right click in this class? Right click, run as run configuration. Yes. Test run, where's your test run? Okay, that's your project. Okay. Test run. Why the Java? Okay, can you close this one? Let me take a look at it if you have a main method. Close it. All right. Um, I do not see you have a Java compiling problem here, right? So you have the bin there. SRC tag should be okay. Can you click details? Okay. Can you do this? Go to file. You go to file, new, go to file, new project, Java project. Yeah, just Java project. Give it a project name. Yeah, and just click finish. Right. Okay, so under your SRC, you create a new package. So right click SRC. Yeah, there. Right click on that new package. Give it a name called a PSK. That's no, do not use package. You have to delete it. Okay. PSK, that's what you wanted to name it, right? PSK. Capital P exactly as those in your PACK. PACK. Yep. Click finish. All right. All right. Now you do, yeah, delete that one. Yes. Okay. Now go to your YZ Java project and you copy, you select APC Java, all those Javas you select, you click, you press the shift key. Press the shift key and select all of them, right click, copy. Yeah, you can do that as well. Copy. All right, so do you know where the YZ Java, where is it? Do you know that? Okay, then, yeah, can you go to that location? Yeah, so can you find where this project is, YZ Java? Do you know it? Let me see if I can control your computer.
Yeah, I can find it.
Yeah, can you go to the File Explorer? Go to the File Explorer to go to that location. And then you copy all those Java files from there into this package. Then you delete this project. YZ project, you don't need it anymore. You just copy those Java files. Have you done that? Okay. Now you remove the project YZ Java. You right click on YZ Java, say delete. Okay, if it does not allow you, just right click on say close the project. Right click on it and close the project. Yeah, you have it. That's good. But you know, can you right click on your YZ Java project on the left panel? Close it. Do you see the close project? Up a little bit. Yeah. You passed it. And the refresh. Yeah, close project. I never run into a situation like this. You even cannot close it. Okay, the only thing that you can do is that close Java or close Eclipse, go to that location, you have this project, remove it from the file system. And then you may be okay. So you close Eclipse. Close Eclipse and go to the file system and then close that. Or that remove that project. All right, so let me share my screen and let's move on. Sorry about that, guys. So you cannot do it. So how can we handle that? So this is the critical skill we needed to have if we wanted to get to the next level. So when you do the Java coding for FTC, you do not get to this because you are not using Eclipse, and you use Android Studio, and then you use Gradle to help you build the project. Gradle will do all this works for you. But what do we need to do? We need to be able to use other people's work. How do we do that? And that's the skill we need to learn. So Java JDK does not provide API for us to handle Office doc, like a scanner dealing with text file. It does not have that kind of classes we can use. Then what can we do? We need a third-party tool. So that's the skill we needed to have. As a developer, we also develop tools or applications. The tools or applications we develop can also be used by other developers. So what you have developed can be useful to other people, and you can do the same thing. Okay. So you can help other people. So how can we get the tools that other people developed? First, we need to think what tools are we going to use? So there are many third-party tools exist for us to use. And the popular one that can help us handle Office doc is Apache POI. Apache is very, very, very popular in the Java programming. Okay. Apache organization, very, very popular. So it provides a tool called a POI. So we just need to get that. So Apache POI is called a Pool Obfuscation Implementation. It's a short form for this. Okay. It's a Java API for reading and writing Microsoft documents. Apache is an organization that is very influential in Java community. It develops many popular Java tools. If you do Java, you will rely on it for many of your application development. So let me give you guys this URL. And you guys can take a look at this website. Okay, so this is the POI. So I'm helping you guys get into a different phase. So if you work for the government or you work for a company, you need to solve a problem that your company needs to solve. And you yourself do not have time to develop or to invent or reinvent the wheel. Then you come search the internet and find if there's other tools you can use. So that's what we do very often. So POI is a tool we're going to use. Usually, okay, let me say, or you have to redownload the Java. Okay, all right, that's good. If you find the solution, that's very good. Thank you, ED. So usually if I read this website and I think, oh, that's a very good tool, I want to try it out, I will come to click download. Okay. So then it will give you a link like that. You wanted to go ahead and download it. Of course, you guys do not have to download it because I already downloaded it here. It may be an older version. I downloaded in 2020. I have this zip file here, and I put this zip file in the shared drive as well. Okay, called POI lib. You can also download from this location. So after you download it's a zip file. You unpackage it, then you will get it in a folder like this, a lib folder. Okay, you will have these files there. So can you guys go ahead and download the zip file I shared in the shared drive and then unpackage it? You get all those jar files and you can check if you have those. And you see we have different POIs, right? POI jar files. I give you guys 2 minutes to do this.
What was the file name again?
Let me show you. This is a POI lib.zip file. This one. You download it, unzip it, and you should see a lot of jar files like this. You have to unpackage it, okay? Extract all the files out from the zip file. Okay, have you guys finished that?
Where do we extract it to?
Wherever you have access, you just need to remember where you extract it to.
Okay.
You need to remember it, okay, where you extract it because it's very important. And we will rely on that location to do the next step. Okay. Hopefully you guys finished that. So let me ask you, Aaron, you finished? Aaron, you can just chat back to me, tell me. Good. So how about you, Ryan?
I'm not finished yet.
Give you 1 more minute.
What's the link to download it again?
Oh, okay. So you guys need to bookmark this one, okay? So this is the shared Google Drive. I put my class material here. So you guys need to bookmark it. All right, so after you unzip it, then you see a lot of jar files, right? And I told you in level 3 class, okay, when we come to your Java application, and you see here in my project, if I open this folder, okay, you see the all jar files. They're all jar files. And then if I scroll up, if I wanted to export my project, okay, I will say export. And then you see it will give me the choice. That's a jar file. Okay. Jar file is a short form for Java archive file. It will package all your Java classes as it is structured in the packages. So that means it package all your Java code compiled and package them into a jar file. So you can give that to other people. So here you see we download a lot of jar files from the Java basic libraries. They are included when you download the Java. Those are the jar files. And you see when I program this project, you see how many jar files I already have in it. So when you package this project, if it only relies on those jar files, then you are good. You do not need to worry about that because these are the basic jar files that comes with Java. So your application will run. Okay. So e.g., you can unzip it to any location you have access. You just need to remember it, and I will show you what we need to do. Okay. So with that in our mind, we know that the Java application, if you export it, eventually you will package them as a jar file. And then now you got the jar file from Apache. Now, how can I get those jar files into my project so I can use it? That's the skill we are trying to learn today. Before I go to that step, okay, before I go to that step, I wanted to ask you guys first to go to this website. So if you wanted to use other people's package or jar file, you have to have its Java Docker. This will help you learn what is available in the package, what classes are available. So let me just put it here. You see, these are all the classes, packages are available in those jar files. They help you handle Microsoft Office document. You see how big it is, how complicated it is. It has so many classes in it. So many classes in it, right? So to learn about this API in depth, we need the Java Docker, and that's the link. And I want you to bookmark this one as well. You can see that this is a very big library. We will just use a very small subset of its classes to help us solve our real-world problem. First, we will look at the ability of reading and writing Microsoft document in both formats, okay? XLS and XLSX. That's the spreadsheet file, right? It's a spreadsheet file. We're going to learn the first documents format it can handle. So PUI has two implementations that are for these two formats respectively. Okay, it's called HSSF, horrible spreadsheet format. I think those names are very, very like the names all club students wanted to use. Okay, so you see PUI means poor obfuscation implementation, and the HSSF is horrible. Okay, horrible. So that's this class. And then there's an XSSF. So this is used to handle new spreadsheet. Okay, Excel 2007 and the later versions. So this is for XLS. This is for XSLX. There's two. Okay. If you get lost, let's just move slowly. So you see there are two formats. Okay. There are two formats. So classes we have for handling XLS file. This is those HSF workbook, HSSF sheet, HSSF row, HSSF cell. So that corresponding to an Excel file, then an Excel sheet, then an Excel row, then an Excel cell. So those are the classes we need to use. Let's come back to those classes. If you scroll down and you come to H, okay. H is let's say HSLF sheet, HSSF workbook. Okay, you just come to HSF. Right here, workbook, sheet, row, and the cell. So how many classes we have, but we just use a very subset of those. Okay, you click on any one of those, just get a feel. Just get a feel. Any one of those, okay? So let me give you this slide here. Any one of those, take a look at it. And for the newer version of a spreadsheet, then is these classes, XSSF workbook, XSSF sheet, XSSF row, XSSF cell. So you read those, now you should have an idea. And if you have this idea in the future, you will be very capable. So I mentioned this when we start our Java Level 4 class. So I said, now we are in a different paradigm. word paradigm. We just needed to know which class we wanted to use. And once we get to that class, then we just look at what attributes it has, what methods it has. I just need to use its method and its attributes. So that's why I needed the Java dog. So once I have the Java dog, what I needed to do is that I just import this class into my code. Then I call its method. I change its attributes. Then I can get the work done for me. And then now you understand as a Java developer, that's what you do. That's what you do. You just need to go to find the class you need, and then you use that class. And then now you understand how important that you can write a class, right? So when you were in the Java level 2 class, when I ask you guys to create your class, and here you see a class is very capable, very capable. So if you create a class, you can do a lot of things. Here you see we have 4 different classes represent 4 different things. We will just deal with those. Okay. All right, let me move a little bit fast so we can get the jar files installed. Okay. So do this. I'm not asking guys to spend 5 minutes to do that. Okay. So just read this one. XSSF workbook implements workbook interface. So now you understand the relationship of class and the interface. Pay attention to its parent class and the interface it implements. This helps us understand the Java fundamentals, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So let's do that. Let's click on it. Okay. Let's just click on this one. You see what interface we implement for this one. We implement interface cell. Okay. And what is the parent of this one? Cell base. Cell base. So you see that's the relationship. The parent, the child. You have those. Okay. Here I only use the cell as an example. You will need to be familiar with. I do not ask you guys to memorize those at all. I just need you guys to have this capability. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So this class is a high-level representation of a spreadsheet workbook. This is the first object that most users will construct whether they are reading or writing a workbook. It is also the top-level object for creating a new sheets. Okay, so you can read other classes, but I'm not going to do that because I really want you guys to get into the project. So now let's create a new Java project and name it AOE Office, and create a package com.aoe.stem. Then create a class called XLS XDOC with the main method. Can you guys do that? You guys should know how to do it. So let me just check it. Let me just go to my AOE Office project. Let me open it. Okay. You create a project, then create a package. And then in this package, you have a file called XLS XDOC. This is the class you wanted to create. right? When you create it, you wanted to keep the main method, so you need to check that box. It will have the main method there. And I will give you all the code, okay? But first, let's do that. You create those, and I have a critical step I want you guys to follow. Okay, so let me. Are you guys done?
I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but when I got lost whenever you added um the the POI stuff because it was still extracting for me.
We have not started that yet. So
Oh,
you,
okay then. So
so you are
alright then.
good. You are good. You just need to create the project there, a new Java project there, create this package, and then create a class called this one. You don't have to name it this way, okay? I will just give you some instructions here. You can name it differently. That's okay. But I want you to have a new project, okay, with a new class. So once you get to this stage, once you finished, I assume that you guys already finished, okay? So now I want to teach you the critical step. We will prepare this project with the POI libraries. In the project, create a lib folder. This is used to store the third-party libraries. So let's do that. So how to do it? Watch my screen. You see I already created, right? So let me show you how to do that. Right click on the project and say new folder. New folder. And then just name it LIB. Okay. And then click finish. So you should have the folder like this. After you create that folder, then you copy all the jar files, you unpackage it there from the zip file and paste it here. How to do that? You go to that location, have all the jar files. You can easily select it and drag and drop. Drag it and drop to your Eclipse folder you just created, or you just right click and you say copy, and then you come to this lib folder and you say paste. Either way is good. You can just drag them from that place and drop to this folder, or you just say copy and paste, put them here. So let me stop here. I really wanted to check your work. So, Erin, do you mind to share your screen to me?
I haven't finished.
That's okay. Okay, did you create the folder? You right click on AOE Office, right click on it. Yeah, right click new folder. Yes. The name it LIB. Yes, good. Finish. Now go to copy those jar files and put it here. All right. We are not done yet. We just prepared it. The critical step is on the next step, okay? So let me share my screen. Okay. So now you need to follow me closely. want me closed, okay? Add the Java files to your project Java build path. How to do that? You right click on your project name and choose properties. Then you select the libraries and click add jobs. How to do that? So once you click choose properties, you will see a window like this. Then you choose Java build path. Then click on the libraries. Then click on add Java files. Let me show you how to do that. So for me, this is my project. I right click on it. Go to properties. So this is the properties window, right? Click on Java build path. Click on it. And you get this dialog window. Now click on libraries. Okay. Click on libraries. Once in your libraries, you wanted to add those Java files, you will see module path, right? And then click on the module path. And then click add JAWS. Okay. It gives you this dialog. You go to your own project there, go to the deep folder, select all of them, and then click OK. This way, all your Java files now add to your project's build path. So your project now understands. If you want to use my project, you need to use these Java files as well. And if I write some Java code, I need to use those classes. You can import those classes from these Java files. Okay. So now your application will have those JAWS. So after you add it, you just click apply, or you just click apply and close. And that's good. So your project will have those Java files there. So if you add it to them, so let me show you, you will see in the folder like this reference library. So this is a basic library. You don't need to do anything. Java will do that for you. This is the one you referenced. If you open it and you see it is referenced to those Java files here. This is the physical files. This means now your project reference to them as well, just like your project reference to those Java files, those many Java files. Okay. All right. So let me stop sharing. If you are at this step, so you are capable now. So in the future, if you need to use other people's work and they provide you a Java file, just get the Java file and add it to your project using the way I just showed you. Okay, but be careful. Sometimes if your friend give you one Java file, but when they create the Java file, actually they use those Java files. Let's pretend if they use some other Java files, then you should get those Java files as well, because it has a dependence on other Java files. So if we program this class, and if we export it to a Java file, and if we give this Java file to other people, in the meantime, we need to let them know, oh, my friend, that's my Java file, but you also need to get those Java files because my class depends on those Java files. Okay. All right, let me see your screen, ED. Can you right click and paste? PAST. Did you unpack it? Did you unpackage it? Okay. Copy. Hang on. Do not click OK. Do it again. Let me see why. Okay. Okay. All right. So then you just ignore this one. Just ignore it. Okay. Ignore it. So if can you right click on your project there? Let me see if you have those properties. Yeah, go to properties. Java build path. Click on libraries. Weird. Okay. Click cancel. Okay. Can you click add external that jar files? Click on it. You go to the location you just downloaded. Go to download it. Leave and select all of them. Click OK. Yeah. And click apply and close. Okay, you're good. I don't know why it does not allow you to. Does not allow you to do that. Anyway, okay. So we are good on that. We just need to do a test on it. Okay, let me just show you how to test it. It's already 9:15. Let me share my screen. So the only thing I want you guys to test is that. Okay, so let me just ask you guys to do the import of this one. See if you can import it. Give you like a 2 lines of code. If you can import this, should be good enough. Just try this. If you import it does not have a problem, that means everything is good. So you are capable to using this library. Can you guys go ahead and do that? Put it in the very beginning of your Java class, before the class name, but after the package, okay? So that's usually the import section goes. All right, let me see yours, see if you have problem with ED. Let me see your screen. Did you get the import and put it into, can you screw on your code panel? In your code panel, can you screw up? You even don't have a package, right? Okay, you do not create a package, that's okay. So can you copy those import statement? Can you in the chat, I give you those import statement, copy them and then put it in the very beginning of your Java class. See if it works or not. Okay, now paste those. Save it. Do you guys have this problem? No, you cannot put it before it. So let me ask Eddie, do you have the problem?
No, because I think I just had trouble. Yeah, no, because I had trouble finding the packet, the jar files, but I'm doing it now.
Okay, so Edie, let's try to do this. Do you see a file called module-info.java? Yeah, remove it. Delete it. Okay, so now you are good. Okay, you are good, Edie. And Ryan, do you have problem?
No,
That's good. So how about you, Aaron? Aaron,
Yeah.
if you have problem, can you share your screen so I can help you? Okay, so you have the same problem as ED has. So can you go to your left panel in your AOE project, right? So in the package, you
Yeah.
see you have the module-info. Can you right click and delete it?
Okay. All right.
Okay, you're good. Okay, so
I'm working.
you're working.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm working.
All right, good. So let me stop here. We prepared it. So today's critical step is that we are using other people's work. We use their work to enable ourselves. So if you have this skill, you are on your own feet. You can do a lot. Okay, so let me stop here and then let me return the class back to Miss He.